Good morning! As the first rays of sunlight peek over the New York City skyline, the city stirs to life, bundled up against the crisp air. There's a certain energy in the air, a sense of anticipation that comes with the changing seasons. Winter is on the horizon, and with it, a host of questions about what the coming months will bring. As autumn settles in, many are already asking, what will this winter bring? Will we see heavy snowfalls, icy winds, or perhaps a milder season? The city's parks are painted with the colors of fall, but soon, those leaves will give way to frost and snow. People check their phones for weather updates, wondering if they should dig out their heaviest coats or hope for a gentle winter. The answer to these questions doesn't start here in New York, or even on the East Coast. Instead, it begins thousands of miles away, across the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. Out there, a powerful climate phenomenon is quietly shaping the weather patterns that will soon reach our doorsteps. This phenomenon is known as La Niña, a name you might have heard, but whose influence stretches far beyond the ocean's edge. La Niña occurs when the surface waters of the central and eastern Pacific cool significantly, sometimes by several degrees. This cooling isn't just a brief event, it can last for months or even years, subtly but powerfully influencing global weather. The ocean's surface takes on a deeper blue, and the winds above it begin to shift, setting off a chain reaction that will eventually affect weather across continents. When La Niña is in play, it changes the way the atmosphere behaves. The cooling of the Pacific shifts wind patterns and alters the path of the jet stream, a fast-moving river of air high above the earth that acts like a steering wheel for storms. As the jet stream bends and twists, it guides weather systems across North America, sometimes bringing dramatic changes in temperature and precipitation. During La Niña years, the jet stream often shifts northward. This means that some regions of the United States, especially in the north and northwest, can expect colder and wetter conditions, think snowstorms, icy roads, and gray skies. Meanwhile, the southern parts of the country may experience warmer, drier weather with less rain and more sunshine than usual. These contrasts can be stark, and they make each La Niña winter unique. For New York, La Niña brings a special kind of unpredictability. Some days, the city might be gripped by sudden cold snaps, with snow swirling through the streets and people hurrying to find warmth. Other days, milder air could sweep in, melting the snow and bringing a brief respite. It's a season of surprises, where the only certainty is change itself. The opposite of La Niña is El Niño, which you might also recognize. During El Niño, the Pacific's surface waters warm up, often leading to milder winters here in the Northeast. But this year, the pendulum is swinging back toward La Niña, and with it comes the potential for a more dynamic and challenging winter season. Meteorologists and climate scientists keep a close eye on these cycles, collectively known as ENSO, the El Niño Southern Oscillation. By analyzing ocean temperatures, wind patterns, and atmospheric data, they can make educated predictions about what's ahead. Their forecasts help cities, businesses, and families prepare for whatever the season may bring. By monitoring the Pacific's ever-changing temperatures, scientists get early clues about the winter's big picture. Satellites, ocean buoys, and advanced computer models all work together to track these subtle shifts, providing valuable information that can make a real difference in how we get ready for winter. Understanding La Niña is the first step to preparing for whatever this season has in store. Whether it's stocking up on supplies, winterizing your home, or simply keeping an eye on the forecast, being informed means being ready. As we look ahead, remember that the story of our winter starts far out in the Pacific, but how we respond begins right here at home. So, is La Niña coming back? All signs say yes. After a year dominated by El Niño's milder influence, the global climate system is now showing clear signals of a transition. Meteorologists and climate scientists have been closely monitoring ocean temperatures in the Pacific, and the patterns are unmistakable. La Niña is on the horizon, and it's gaining strength as we approach the winter months. The Climate Prediction Center, which is the nation's leading authority on seasonal outlooks, is now giving a strong 70% or higher chance that La Niña conditions will develop and persist from December through February. This is a significant forecast, and it means that the odds are stacked in favor of a winter shaped by La Niña's unique weather patterns. Forecasters are already updating their models and preparing for the impacts this could bring. This marks a big shift from last winter's milder El Niño pattern, which brought relatively gentle conditions to much of the country. Instead of the calm, we could see a return to more dynamic and sometimes challenging weather. For cities like New York, this could mean a noticeable difference in how winter feels and unfolds. With La Niña, the jet stream often shifts northward, keeping the coldest Arctic air bottled up in Canada. However, this same pattern can also steer more frequent and intense storms across the northern and eastern U.S. The result? A greater chance for active weather, including snowstorms and rapid temperature changes, especially in the Northeast and Great Lakes regions. Scientists have been tracking this gradual transition for months, analyzing oceanic and atmospheric data from around the globe. The consistency in the data gives them confidence in their predictions. They're not just looking at current trends, but also comparing them to past La Niña events to better understand what might be in store. This early warning is invaluable. It allows meteorologists, city planners, and everyday people to look back at previous La Niña winters, study the patterns, and get ready for what could be a more active and unpredictable season. From stocking up on winter gear to preparing city infrastructure, everyone has a chance to get ahead of the curve. So, what should we expect? More volatility is likely. Think sudden temperature swings, the potential for powerful nor'easters, and increased chances of lake-effect snow, especially near the Great Lakes. These conditions can bring both beauty and disruption, with heavy snowfalls and blustery winds making travel and daily life more challenging. The stage is set for a classic La Niña winter, one that promises excitement, unpredictability, and plenty of weather to watch. As we move closer to winter 2025 to 2026, all eyes will be on the skies, ready for whatever this powerful climate pattern brings. Here's the twist. Despite La Niña's cool Pacific waters, New York's winter is forecast to be warmer than average. The jet stream's northward shift limits deep Arctic air, letting milder southern air in more often. Forecasters see a 4,100% chance of above-normal temperatures, especially in the east and south. This doesn't mean no cold. La Niña winters are volatile with sharp, brief cold snaps. Expect a roller coaster, mild spells, then sudden freezes. The average may be warmer, but big swings are likely. Don't stash your heavy coats. Arctic blasts will still make appearances. Be ready for a winter that keeps you guessing. La Niña will split New York's precipitation outlook. Upstate and western regions like Buffalo and the Adirondacks are favored for wetter, snowier conditions thanks to the storm track. These areas could see above-average precipitation with a mix of rain, sleet, and snow. Legendary lake-effect snow is likely, especially with cold air in place. Downstate, including NYC and Long Island, the forecast is less certain. Equal chances for wet, dry, or near normal. Coastal storms could bring anything from rain to crippling snow depending on the storm's path and timing. Unpredictability will define the winter for millions downstate. Snow lovers in upstate New York, get ready, La Niña could deliver. Buffalo, Rochester, and Syracuse sit in the lake-effect snowbelt, and this pattern can supercharge those events. Unfrozen Great Lakes mean more fuel for heavy snow when cold air arrives. We saw this in 2022, when Buffalo was buried under record snow. Erie and Onondaga counties are among the nation's snowiest, and totals could climb even higher this year. Expect steady snow accumulation, not just isolated storms. First flakes often arrive in late October or early November. La Niña could bring them even sooner. Upstate's snowy season may start with a bang. La Niña winters are known for volatility and rapid-fire storms. Expect quick-moving systems bringing rain, sleet, and snow, sometimes all in one event. The wavy jet stream can send multiple storms in succession, leaving little time to recover. Mountainous regions face tricky travel with changing precipitation types. For NYC and Long Island, nor'easters are the main threat. If the storm hugs the coast and cold air is present, major snow is possible. A single nor'easter can transform the season, dumping feet of snow and shutting down the city. The ingredients are there. It all depends on timing and storm tracks. La Niña's reach is global, shaping weather across the U.S. The northward jet stream brings moisture to the Great Lakes and Northeast, but leaves the south and southwest drier and warmer. Drought can worsen in southern states, while the Pacific Northwest and Rockies get colder, wetter winters. Heavy snow in the northern U.S. is likely, while water shortages and wildfire risks rise in the south. La Niña also impacts hurricane season, reducing wind shear and making the Atlantic more favorable for storms. Its influence stretches far beyond winter in New York. History shows La Niña brings volatility and surprises. In 2022, Buffalo saw over 6 feet of snow from a single lake-effect storm. Past La Niña winters have also brought major coastal blizzards like the Boxing Day storm in 2010. But not every La Niña is a blockbuster. Sometimes the storm track stays north, leaving NYC and Long Island milder and rainier. The key lesson: La Niña stacks the odds but doesn't guarantee outcomes. Prepare for contrasts, deep freezes, thaws, and memorable storms. The season's story can be written by just 1 or 2 major events. Expect the unexpected. With a volatile forecast, the best advice is, be ready for surprises. New York weather can change in an instant, and being prepared is your best defense. Whether it's a sudden snowstorm or unexpected flooding, having a plan in place can make all the difference. Don't assume a mild winter. Prepare your home and car now. Winterizing your home can prevent costly damage and ensure your family stays warm. Check your car's tires, battery, and fluids to avoid being stranded in the cold. Service your heating, seal drafts, and assemble a winter emergency kit for your vehicle. A well-maintained heater can keep your home comfortable, while weather stripping can reduce energy costs. Your car kit should include blankets, a flashlight, and non-perishable snacks. Stay informed with reliable weather alerts and local forecasts. Use apps and subscribe to alerts to get real-time updates. Knowing what's coming can help you make better decisions and stay safe. Know your area's risks, heavy snow, ice, or coastal flooding, and plan accordingly. Each neighborhood has its own challenges, so tailor your preparations to your specific location. Understanding these risks can help you mitigate potential damage. Stock up on essentials before storms hit and adjust travel as needed. Keep a supply of food, water, and medications to last at least a week. Avoid unnecessary travel during severe weather to stay safe and reduce strain on emergency services. Check on neighbors, especially the vulnerable, and offer help when you can. Elderly and disabled neighbors may need extra assistance. A simple check-in can make a big difference in their safety and well-being. Community support is key during severe weather. Working together can help everyone get through tough times. Share resources, lend a hand, and look out for each other. With preparation and resilience, New Yorkers can handle whatever La Niña brings. Embrace the spirit of the city and face the challenges head-on. Your readiness can inspire others to do the same. Stay safe, stay ready, and watch the skies. This winter could be one to remember. Keep an eye on the weather, stay connected with your community, and take proactive steps to protect yourself and your loved ones.